Hello, my name's Andrew Brooks. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And I've just come back from 2007 in a time machine. I got myself a nice Starbucks coffee, which I paid for with my Starbucks coffee card. And while I was in the store, I was able to pick up a Paul McCartney album. Hello, and thank you once again for joining me on my YouTube channel. And as I said in my intro, we're going back to 2007. But before we do, I have a little bit of housekeeping to take care of. So first of all, thank you to all the new subscribers. Again, we've got even more. So if you would like to know whenever a new video comes out, all you need to do is just click this button in the bottom corner. Okay, enough said. Another thank you to a friend of mine, Sarah Jane Rogers, who was at the Glastonbury gig where McCartney played, and she very kindly got me this swanky official McCartney at Glastonbury t-shirt, and it looks even better on the back. I don't know if you can see it. There we go. How about that? So thank you very much, Sarah Jane. As you can see, it fits perfectly. Thank you. Thumbs aloft. Okay, going back to 2007, as I said. Now, this was a bit of an odd time for McCartney. Things were getting a little bit messy in his private life, you know, divorce and such like. And then in March 2007, Starbucks announced that they've done a deal with McCartney, a one-album deal with McCartney, to basically distribute and put out his latest record. So I made a few notes. So it was actually on the 22nd of March 2007, and Starbucks announced that Paul McCartney is the first musician to release an album on their new label, Hear Music, which is in conjunction with Concord Music. More about that later at the end, probably. Okay, Macca has said his move totally reflected the challenges facing an ailing record business. Whatever that means. Yeah, as I said, he was going through his divorce, and the album was as yet untitled. So what can I say about this? From my perspective, my point of view, I have one regret about this album. I didn't buy the vinyl. Why didn't I buy the vinyl? Again, I was probably going through some personal stuff of my own, and yeah, took my eye off the ball just for a little while. But hey, there's the breaks. That vinyl now fetches well over £200 if you can find one in really, really nice condition. Okay, so he signed a one-album deal with them to distribute this untitled album through Starbucks stores. Now, to my memory, I never actually saw a copy of Memory Almost Full for sale in the coffee shop. I may be mistaken. I didn't frequent Starbucks very often, but I don't recall actually seeing a copy in there. I may be wrong. Please don't shout at me if I am. Okay, so the title, well, first of all, it was his 14th album, and it was recorded. The recording started in October of 03, and sort of on and off, sort of all the way through to February 07. So that's 4 years in the making. Eventually, it was released in the UK on the 4th of June 07, and in America a day later on the 5th of June. Produced by David Kahn, I think is how you pronounce the gentleman's name, and it was recorded at Abbey Road, Air, Henson Recordings, and Hog Hill Mill, Paul's own studio. So looking into it a little bit, there are 9 demos from the Mill recordings in 2003. Now, I don't think I've ever actually heard any of these demos. If any of you out there know of any of these demos, let me know, and I'll see if I can locate them on YouTube or wherever you tell me they are. I'd love to hear them, because yeah, demos are always fun, aren't they? Sometimes even better than the finished album. He went into Abbey Road to record the rest. So he's got like things like You Tell Me, Only Mama Knows, Vintage Clothes, That Was Me, Feet in the Clouds, House of Wax, The End of the End, and Whole Life. He did all those at Abbey Road, and then he puts it on hold. He stops the recording of this album to go and make Chaos and Creation in the Backyard. So it got put on hold for, as I said, for 4 years, and then after Chaos and Creation in the Backyard comes out, and a few years later, he then goes back to the studio with these demos and the stuff that he's recorded at Abbey Road, and he also recorded Ever Present Past at the Rack recording studios in 2003 as well. Okay, next page. Now people ask him, what does the title mean? Now, like I did in my last video, at the end I will be putting a link up here, and it will have a link to as many of the videos that I mention in this video that I can find, and there's heaps of them out there, so you can even source your own. But yeah, there will be a link up here at the end, and I'll tell you when, don't worry, and I'll put it in the comments down below as well, so you can just follow the link. And I've created a playlist, and it's as much of the video footage regarding what I'm talking about as I can find. So in his there's a brilliant EPK, electronic press kit, which is the first thing on the video, and in it he actually talks about where the title comes from. It apparently came from his phone, his cell phone, his mobile phone, and he'd used up so much of the memory it had come up memory almost full. Not sure if I've ever seen a message like that come up on my phone, but hey, I'm not Paul McCartney recording stuff on it all the time. Someone also pointed out that it's an anagram, and it's an anagram of For My Soulmate, LLM, Linda Louise McCartney, and it's an anagram of that. However, I think it's probably just a coincidence, and someone pointed that out to Paul, and I think he sort of brushed it aside as well. So what did we get from this album? So first of all, as I say, I don't have the vinyl copy, unfortunately. I wish I did. As I said, I stupidly didn't buy one. However, there was a regular CD release, which I don't have, but there was also a 2 CD deluxe set, which come out something like this, and it sort of opens out. It's got like a fold outs all over the place, like here. There's the next one. There's another one there, and then eventually we get to the 2 discs. As I say, it is a 2 disc set, and let's just close that back up so I can show you it in a bit more depth. Sorry, should have prepared this a bit better. There we go. So that's the deluxe set, and it has on it the usual tracks. It's got Dance Tonight, Ever Present Past, See Your Sunshine, Only Mama Knows, You Tell Me, Mr. Bellamy, Gratitude, Vintage Clothes, That Was Me, Feet in the Clouds, House of Wax, The End of the End, and Nod Your Head. And then on disc 2, it's got 3 unreleased tracks from the original album. So you've got In Private, Why So Blue, and 222. And then there's also audio of Paul talking about the music from this, which there is a link at the end. So that's my copy of Memory Almost Full. As I say, it is a bit sort of weak of me not to have gone out and bought everything, but and I don't know why. So whether or not that was for sale in Starbucks, I do not know, or whether it was just the regular CD. But his link with Starbucks, sort of, you could get a card, so you could top up your Starbucks card, and there's a very nice picture of Paul there from the sessions. I've never used it. I did pick up about 5 or 6 of them. They're knocking around somewhere. And there was also things like listening parties, worldwide listening parties, which I'll come on to at the end. So that was the album. We got 3 singles from the album. So the first one was released in America only on the 20th of April 07, and that was Ever Present Past. Wasn't released anywhere else, but it did come out later, and I'll come on to that in a minute. The next one was Dance Tonight on the 18th of June, So in the UK we got this sort of well, it's not even a 12-inch, it's not a 7-inch, I don't know what you describe it. It's a shaped picture disc. There we go. That's the A side, that's the B side. Okay. So there we are. So it's as I say, that's I'll show you the so that's the front cover, and then there's a very nice picture of Paul back cover. Okay, so let's just pop that back into its sleeve so I don't damage it. They're still available, you know, on eBay and things like that, and they're not massively expensive. But so that was the UK issue of Dance the Night. So as I said, that came out in June '07. Next up was Nod Your Head, which I believe may have only been a download availability. But that was in August, 28th of August '07. And then finally in the UK we got Ever Present Past, like way months later, as a single on the 5th of November. And so that's the CD single of it. It's got Ever Present Past, Only Mama Knows Live, and Dance the Night Live. So that's the A side. There's the B side. And just to pop the sleeve out, because there is an inner sleeve, as you can see here. It's the same on both sides. And inside is that's the disc, picture from the video. And inside here, if you open up the, you can see, that's like the inner sleeve. It's a Mobius strip, and it's a bizarrely one-sided object that joins the past and the present on a continual journey. So it's sort of like a band that just keeps going round and round and round, and it shows you how to make one there. So you have to cut out this image here. Why would you ruin a record CD sleeve? So and it tells you how to do it there, and there's some details about the tracks. So I wonder how many people actually cut that out and made one. Who knows? So there was a CD single of it, and there was also a 7-inch single of it, and here it is, 7-inch single. And again, the B side. So it's only got one extra track on this, and that's House of Wax Live with Ever Present Past. And once again, we get this strip where you can make it. So there we go. So I've just realised that this black line that goes across here that says past, when you presumably when you join it up, it then continues, so it says ever present and then past. So I'm guessing that's how that's done. So once again, yeah, very nice inner sleeve to go with the single. A little bit more protection. The record itself is quite heavy. It's like new vinyl, heavy. And then the actual cardboard sleeve is very nice as well. So they were the singles that came out over here. Now, as I said, promotion, you can imagine with Starbucks, it was everywhere. And as we now know, Paul films absolutely everything. Everything gets filmed. So there's lots of stuff on YouTube if you care to look for it. Stuff that I've found, there was the electronic press kit, which I mentioned, which is just fantastic. It's Paul in his back garden at Cavendish Avenue. And inside Cavendish Avenue, just talking about the new album. So that's quite nice. Check that out. The link will be up later. What other things we got? So there was a worldwide listening party in 10,000 Starbucks stores all around the world. And basically, fans could simultaneously listen to the album all at the same time. Yeah, imagine that, millions of fans. And then there was also a video of it, and fans contributed in a video tribute. That was done on the 18th of June 07. There was the Starbucks card issued, as I pointed out earlier. There was also Starbucks have their own radio channel, XM radio channel, and they aired a special program just dedicated to the album. I can't find that anywhere. It may be on YouTube, but I struggle to find it. So if any of you got it on disc or have found it on YouTube, let me know. Be very interested. As I always say, I read every single comment. I reply to the ones I think need replying to, but I do read every single one, and I'll acknowledge it with a little thumbs up or something. Yeah, so that was as I say, on the Starbucks own radio channel. Then on the 6th of November, which was a day after the UK issue of Dance Ever Present Past, we actually had the deluxe copy, which is that one there, the one I showed you earlier, which all folded out and everything. And again, as I said, that had 3 extra songs, DVD, and then I've also got on here that there was another version, and it's got like a pink cover, which I haven't got, and they are available. I've seen them on YouTube, so they're not that expensive. And on that, it had the 3 extra tracks and a DVD with stuff from the Electric Ballroom. There was a couple of videos from that, and I'll come on to that later. The Japanese had a bonus track on their copy called Why So Blue. On their like normal copy, they had the extra track. There was iTunes had their own limited edition track, and it was Dance the Night acoustic version. Maybe available if you dig around. If I can find it, I'll add it onto the video anyway. So as I say, we've got like 3 or 4 extra tracks, which if we were going to make up an archive set, which is my usual thing, what would we get? So you've got 3 or 4 extra tracks there. You've got Paul talking about the album. You've got the electronic press kit. You've got videos of the listening party, the launch, and things like that. Then where have we got? We've got a 2 CD limited set, which is that was the one. Sorry, that was the one I showed you, not the deluxe one. And then there was also a video, a DVD, which I'm not sure where that was issued, but there is one, and I haven't got it. But it's well, I have, but I've made it myself. It's got a DVD for Drive My Car, Dance Tonight, House of Wax, Nod Your Head, Only Mama Knows, Dance Tonight video, and Ever Present Past video. Once the album had been out, we then got this strange issue of this. It was a freebie given away with a Sunday newspaper, the Mail on Sunday, and it's the entire album. So Paul gave away his entire album later on. I'm not even sure when this came out. It's probably about a year later. Yeah, how bizarre is that? And it's proper label and all sorts. And then that was followed very, very soon afterwards by the Mail also giving away the Amoeba, or most of it, the Amoeba shop gig, where he does, Only Mama Knows and Dance Tonight and stuff like that. So again, very, very odd. There we go, live in Los Angeles. And that was given away free with a newspaper. So presumably Starbucks, Concord Music, Hear Music, whatever they are, done a deal to give these away. Great. Now going on to the videos, there was videos for Dance Tonight. There was a video for Ever Present Past, and there's also a video for Nod Your Head. There's a few making of videos as well, so you can check them out, because I've definitely got some links for those up there. And then on the 27th of June in 2007, he played a gig at the Amoeba record store in America. On the 5th of July in the UK, he played at the ICA in London, where Wings used to rehearse, and that was at the iTunes Festival. And there's videos, there's adverts for those sort of things. The iTunes Festival, there's ads, and there's like the making of the ad and things like that. And I do actually recall seeing the adverts on the telly, funny enough, and things that he did at the ICA, as well as whatever he was touring with, Coming Up and Only Mama Knows. That was me, Jet, Nod Your Head, House of Wax. He also did the BBC Electric Proms, which was held at the Roundhouse in Camden. I was lucky enough to be at that one, so that was great. That was on the 25th of October. I think my friend Peter, Simon, anyway, there was a whole bunch of us there that night. And he did full set there, so that was great to see that. Okay, going on to a little bit aside. Now, I mentioned Concord music earlier. Now, that was part of the deal with Starbucks. They set up their own label called Hear Music, and that was set up with Concord Music. So although Starbucks had a one album deal with McCartney to put out Memory Almost Full, he actually put some more stuff out on Concord, and I'm referring to these fine specimens here, which is all part of the, you can see on the spine, the old McCartney archive collection. So that means that not only did they put out these reissue Wings albums through Concord, they also issued the fantastic archive box sets. I'm not going to get them out because I've already done a video of that. Click here for my playlist of all my videos to do with the archive sets. And that went all the way through from Band on the Run, which was the very first one, all the way through to Pipes of Peace. And then after that, Capitol took up the mantle. So yeah, you had Band on the Run, McCartney 2, McCartney, Ram, Wings Over America, Speed of Sound, Venus on Mars, Total War, Pipes of Peace, and they were all on Concord, part of Starbucks, as well as the archive set. This is also a Concord release. I don't know if you can see it. There's obviously the Pure McCartney box set vinyl, and it's down here somewhere on where it's Concord, one of them there. So this box set was issued by Concord, part of Hear Music. So although he only signed a one album deal, they put out a lot more than one album. So there is an awful lot of video out there on YouTube, because this is, you're now getting into the advent age of YouTube and just putting stuff out streaming wise. Maybe not so much of a physical release, hence the fact that we haven't had physical releases of singles apart from Ever Present Past and Dance Tonight. So the chair, someone asked me about the chair on the sleeve there. The chair, I don't know why he chose a chair for Memory Almost Full, but what I do know is if you happen to go to MPL in London, Soho Square, number 1 Soho Square in London, just have a peek into the foyer. You don't have to go in, you can peer through the window on the ground floor. There in the lobby, in the foyer, is that chair. There you go. Just goes to show he doesn't throw anything away, and everything is reused. I'm just going to double check my notes, and that's basically it. What I could find out about Memory Almost Full. There's probably enough videos and stuff for an archive set. Audio wise, you've got the extra bonus tracks. What I'd love to hear though are the original 2003 demos that he recorded for this album. As I say, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to click if you want to subscribe. Up here probably by now is a couple of videos that I think you'll probably enjoy watching. And yeah, keep the comments coming in. As I say, I do enjoy reading them, and I'll see you next time.